Let's do a money and career reading. We haven't done this in a while. Money and career, Spirit. What do we have right now? Money and career. Hope it's beautiful where you're at. It's been freaking cold here. Don't know where the warm weather went. But it'll be back. And then we'll be wanting it to be cold again. Okay, first card. Ace of Pentacles, guys. Yes, this is a new opportunity. Maybe a new job. Could be a raise. A business idea. You know, this is an unexpected offer. You know, it's a seed planted, but it has long-term success. You know, if you take action on it and you have consistency with it, you know, this it says take time, or the time is right to take action. So if you've got an idea of something, you know, it's giving me like this is the time to take that action. Let's see, what else? What else do I got? What else we got? Ooh, the Five of Pentacles. So this is giving me rejection, loss. You know, has anybody had like financial stress lately? You know, or just a lack of feeling like you're making enough? There's fear here around money. You may have been in survival mode. Shoot, ain't we all? Like, everything is just outrageous, no matter where you go, no matter what you get, you know? Everything is expensive now. So, you know, yeah, some people made better money. Some people didn't. You know, some people never got raises when other people were. So, you know, like I'm taking care of my dad financially because he's, you know, an elderly man. And he gets these little raises through the government, but then his rent goes up, you know? So it's like, or they take it in his insurance. Don't you just love that? You know, they're like, the insurance companies are like, oh, they're giving out raises. Guys, we get a raise. Let's raise the, you know, the rates. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, government. Thank you. Anyway, okay, enough of rambling. That's not my job here, is it? All right, let's see. What else do we got? What's next, Spirit? What do we need to know about our money and career? I swear. Oh, gotta love it, y'all. Living in the USA. You know, I might be talking to somebody that's not in the USA, but you might have money troubles there too. I mean, just because we live in the USA doesn't mean that y'all don't have trouble everywhere in the world, you know? Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. So, right off the bat, I'm getting, we need to budget better. Maybe smarter investments. But I feel like this is stepping into like financial stability. Once you figure out where your money's going and how to fix that, you know, start trying to be more self-sufficient and figure out like, where can I save money? You know, I feel like this is learning where you're going wrong, but you're fixing it moving forward, you know, because this is focusing on your success. I feel like you're learning here. This might even be a turning point. Oh, we got them flying out, guys, so we're going to take it. The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, yes. The turning point. It's coming, guys. It's coming. This is a lucky break. You know, it's divine timing. It's a shift in your income flow. So I feel, woo, I got chills, that something's coming. You know, something's going to bring you out of this, whether, you know, that opportunity kicks in that you've been waiting for, or just sitting down and budget. You're like, holy crap, I did not know that this much money's going out here. We need that back in, because, like, you know, like those commercials, I know y'all seen them, where, oh, download, I forget what they are, but download this app and it tells you, is it like Rocket Money or something? It tells you like all the stuff that you got going out monthly, you know, and some people have subscriptions for crap that you don't even know you have, you know, and maybe do that, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, I hate apps on my phone. It drains all my energy. So why does everything have to be an app? Why can't I go on a website? Give me a website to go to and I'll gladly go. And woo, I feel like this is a rant section for me, y'all. Y'all letting me get all my frustrations out in this video. But anyway, give me a website so I can go online and, you know, and do all this stuff. I should not have to download another app on my phone. Oh my gosh, here we go. We got them flying out again. So we got to take them, right? The 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles. This is hard work, y'all. Is required. You know, this stuff is just not going to fall in your lap. Money is not going to fall in your lap. If you're sitting around and you're wishing and hoping and praying that somebody gives you something, or you're going to win the lottery, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you're going to get an inheritance, you're going to keep wishing and sitting around and getting nothing, because this is putting some type of work into this, you know. This is also skill building, you know. It's focusing deeply on a certain craft you have, maybe defining those skills. So this is not quick money. This is going to be something that's earned. You've been putting forth this effort towards this, or you're fixing to with this new job. You know, it just depends. If you get this new opportunity, it's going to take work, right? Very rarely are we born into financial prosperity. You know, very rarely do we get that. You know, I hope in my next life, angels, God, I hope you're hearing me. Like, I want to be born into a financially, like, royal family in my next life. Like, I don't want to have to worry about money. You know what I'm saying? In this life that I picked for myself, I feel like I worry about everything. I worry about money. I worry about success. I worry about love, my future. Am I really going to be alone? Anyway, guys, yeah. Y'all really wanted to tune into this, didn't you? Yeah, I knew you did. I knew you did. Okay, so what's blocking this? Is there something blocking this from coming in right now? Like, we need to know. We need to know. Spirit, is something blocking this? Because we need it to just remove itself. Yeah, it would be nice to just say goodbye to that. Ooh, we got 8 of Swords. So, right off the bat, this is in your head. You know what I'm saying? You're overthinking. You know, you've got fear of making a wrong move. You might even be feeling stuck. Are you telling yourself that you're not ready, or that you're not capable, or that, oh, this isn't going to work out for this, or that's not going to work out for that. This isn't going to come in because of that. Because if that's the case, your mental, you know, it's your vibrations. So have the vibrations of it's coming. I feel it right now. Oh my God, y'all, got chills again. And I'm getting cold. What the heck? But anyway, yeah, like, you got to have a high vibration, and act like you got money. You got that raise, you got that job, you know. And I know it's so hard to put yourself in those shoes when it's not there, when you don't have it. If it's not physically in front of us, it's really hard to act like it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you tell your kid, yeah, let's go over here and spend $50 on some makeup and clothes, when you don't have it in the bank? If you don't have it there to spend, how do you act like you do? I have no idea. When y'all know, if y'all know that, put that in the comments. Like, I need to know. How can you act like you got money when you don't got money? And I've heard that so many times. Like, act like you live in a mansion. Act like you do this, and, you know, live it like you already have it. How do you do that? How do you do that? I mean, is it maybe small things? Is that where I'm missing it? Like, for instance, if I want more money, do I, y'all, I don't even know. Do I, like, not give her 50 and just give her a couple of dollars because I have that extra maybe? And then, but don't not feel bad because I spent the money on that instead of saving it for maybe a rainy day or maybe a flat tire. Like, for real, us that really struggle out here and we're not rich, these are the real questions we got. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to manifestation, y'all, how in the world do you act like you got a lot of money when you don't? How do you, you know, give and give and give if it's not coming in? I get it. I get it. But I guess we're supposed to act like, hey, if I give you this, somehow the universe is going to get that back to me. You know? Anyway, I feel like we might be holding on too tightly. Because I got the 4 of Wands here. How in the world was that? Y'all, I'm sitting here shuffling and they were literally turned backwards. So yeah, we got the 4 of Wands here. And so maybe we're holding on too tightly to this. And we're having that scarcity mindset. Of that, like, if I do give out that $50, I'm not going to get $50 back. But, you know, that's a gamble, right? Like, us adults that have, like, real responsibility, you know, car payments, house payments, rent, you know, electric bill, food expense. Like, these are real bills. So, like, if you're down to your last $10, how do you give that $10 away and act like you're going to get that multiplied before you need it next? It's a real question. But you're supposed to act like, you know, and I mean, not just, okay, I'm going to do this even though I feel, no, you have to really feel it, that it's going to happen. I'm going to get more. I'm going to get more. You got to keep that mindset. Like, oh, it's okay that that's my last $5. I'll get more. They're going to put some more in my bank tomorrow. I don't know who's going to do it, but it's coming into bank tomorrow. I don't know who's going to do it, but it's coming. You know? I don't know. I've heard so many people, though, like, literally manifest anything. You know? How do you manifest a husband? Do you got to talk to them at home like they're standing there when they're not standing there? You got to ask them, hey, what do you want for supper? And there's nobody there. Y'all, I'm just playing. Y'all quit. Y'all. Anyway, so I feel like we do self-sabotage, you know, by our thoughts. And I know I do. Y'all, I have the craziest thoughts sometimes. My shit's not always pure and glowy and happy. And you know what I mean? I'm human. I'm a human. And we're all like this. We all think the negative most of the time. And I think it's because the negative shows up a lot. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like people don't dwell enough on good things. You know, the good things are like, yay, I'm breathing today. Okay, go on to this. Man, I got to go in and work this 9 to 5 today and listen to everybody gripe and complain and do all this work and get all these emails and blah, 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 blah. You know, so the minute that you wake up and you realize, oh, I'm alive today was only 2 seconds. And then you're living the rest of your adult life during the day, you know, in misery of all this other BS that we do every day. So we definitely self-sabotage in our thoughts, you know what I mean? Maybe we're overspending, you know? So, like, that's going back to the budget thing. Like, you need to look at stuff more clearly and sit down and figure out, like, where am I wasting money that I really don't need to? So maybe we could give to something that means something, you know? Like, I see these beggars on the street all the time, and I feel so bad because I cannot give to them all the time, because I've heard such bad stories of people giving to these beggars. And these beggars, like, go walk off half a mile away in these really nice cars, and then they go home in these really nice homes, and they don't even do anything, you know? And it's so sad, because I know that there's some beggars out there that really are in need of help. But I feel deep down that if you really do need help like that, there's places to help you out there, and you can search for them, you know? So I feel like most beggars out here don't even really need the money. But it just aggravates me so much that, like, I cannot choose, you know what I'm saying, who's who. But I know, I guess deep down, if you give them money, the universe, God, spirit, knows you done it, you know, and they will bring that right back around to you, you know. Who would have thought this would have been a twofold, threefold, whatever spirit lesson? You know, I was just trying to talk about money and success and career right now. Okay, so we need to get out of this mindset of scarcity. And there is an opportunity coming in. So let's wrap this up, okay? There's an opportunity coming in, guys. Y'all need to sit down, budget, see what you got coming out, you know? But I do feel like great things are coming. I really do. It's just a matter of getting our crap back straightened up. You know what I mean? Like going to a chiropractor, you know, you get back aligned. We got out of line there for a little bit, you know, got off course. But now that we're getting back in line, I really do think that we'll start feeling better. We'll see better. You know, all of the good things are going to just prosper, you know. And this is going to be great because it's going to come in around springtime. You'll start seeing stuff blossom, you know. So I feel like this turnaround is coming in soon. For some reason, I'm getting, you know, springtime, and springtime is the next month, you know, that things are going to start turning around. You're going to start seeing this shift. But we got to put the work in, guys. Don't forget, we got to put this work in. All right, that's enough of me rambling. Jesus. I hope y'all have a great day.